It was 20 years ago today. Well, not quite Sergeant Pepper time just yet. 3 years maybe, then I'll be able to say that for sure. But on this day, 2003, July the 5th, I published my first blog entry. It was about tench, and it was on this particular lake that I'm about to cast into right now. 17 years of blogging. I started with a tinker, and all being well, I'll end up with one today. I've got a fish on. I've just had 2 hook pulls, which is quite unusual. I don't get too many of those on this lake fishing in this particular way. I double checked my setup, the hook's sharp, it's a fresh one. I guess it's just a case of these things happen sometimes. I seem to be in control now though. Bringing the fish in, it's open water out there. I do have reeds to the side of me, and of course that's where tench will head, like this one is now. I'm managing to keep it out though. I've got the net down there. I'm going to use that in a couple of moments, and I'll be back with a tinker on my 17th anniversary as a blogger. Can you believe it? The hook came out. However, the good news is it was in the net when it did a parting act. My first tench of the session. That fish has now been returned to the water. I didn't think I was going to get it because as I brought it in, cleared it from the reeds, about to net it, and it had a second wind and it went underneath the platform that I'm fishing on, and then everything went solid. However, it's clear water. I looked down and it had gone alongside one of the wooden supports into the water, and the hook had caught on the wooden support, but the fish was still intact. So I reached down, pulled the hook away from the wood, and then the fish went on another run. But as you saw there, all's well that ends well. My 17th anniversary as a blogger. Angling session went down very well indeed. Forget the flowers, the meals out and the other things that people do on anniversaries. For me, I cast a line. I certainly enjoyed that. It was very windy though in the end, and that's why I'm rounding the video part of the blog off in the car. By the time the next 17 years comes round, I'll be staring at 80 down a barrel. Whoever said time flies certainly was not joking. My main target in life will be to be living, alive at that age, and then to be healthy and have my mind. And if I'm still fishing, I'll tell you what, when it comes round to the 34th anniversary of my blog, all being well, I'll be back here catching tench. Out and about yourself, tight lines. And if you're on Twitter, you can follow my updates on there. See you soon.